What's going on, everyone? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about former NBA player Zach Randolph. Apparently, his wife is finally divorcing him. Now, I did a video about this situation about a month ago. How they separated because he basically called her a garden tool. He called her basically a garden tool. That was about a month ago or so, right? And we really didn't hear anything back because there was some tweets that went viral from him. There was actually one where he says, "I married a garden tool." But then you look, and then he tried to say he got hacked. But if you look some months ago at the start of the CV situation, he has said some other things. So he has been feeling this way about her for a while, which has led a lot of people to believe that at a time they were separated from each other. And he was preparing for a nasty divorce. And apparently that is what is going on right now. Now, according to this article from The Blast, it says NBA star Zach Randolph's wife has filed for divorce after the couple made headlines over possible issues inside their marriage. According to legal documents obtained by The Blast, Fawn Drake Randolph filed for divorce last week against the basketball player in Los Angeles County Court. The couple has reportedly been married for 6 years, but have known each other since childhood. According to reports, the couple share 5 children together. The now estranged couple apparently went to the same elementary, middle, and high school. It's almost like a fairy tale romance. And were even brought up in the same church. And you know what's crazy? Man? There are a lot of women, right, that will say that, when these NBA players get on, they leave their wives, right? They'll date the same woman in high school or in college, and when they get to the pros, they leave her for a non-melanated woman. But this is a guy who has known his wife since they were kids. Now, was the relationship perfect? Obviously not. But the fact that he still married her, built a family with her, he's known her ever since he was young. They went to the same church. But the narrative is that once these guys become successful, they end up breaking up with their wives during their careers. Well, he's pretty much done with his career, and he stayed with her through the whole thing. And now, since he is pretty much done with his NBA career, she wants to divorce him. He didn't divorce her. So I want people to understand that. All right. It's unclear if custody will be an issue in this case, and if Zach and Fawn have any sort of prenuptial agreement. One thing is clear: the NBA star is worth tons of money after playing in the league for so long. Some estimates put it at $85 million. In 2013, after years of dating, Randolph reportedly got down on one knee and proposed to Fawn after his team beat the Golden State Warriors in November of that year. In an interview, Fawn recalled being present with a 14-karat canary diamond ring. Spent some money on that, huh? All I could do was cry joyful, happy tears. It came as a possible surprise. I just couldn't believe he planned something like this. The first thought that crossed my mind was that I had to get in shape, she said at the time. All right. In August of 2014 was one of the best days of my life, Fawn said, adding, I married my best friend, my protector, my provider, my children's father, and man I could not dream of being without. So she was very happy to be in this relationship. And as I said before, this was a woman that he has known pretty much his whole life. He could have said, you know what? I don't want to get married. It ain't for me. But he didn't. He saw this through because he wanted to reward her for being there for him and being loyal. And you know what she called him? Her protector and her provider, which is something that a lot of modern women ain't looking for. They say they're looking for that, but they're not. Now, again, does that mean that Zach Randolph was perfect? No, he was not perfect. There were things that he did outside of the marriage that caused a big rift in this marriage. Case in point, he got another woman prego. And again, that's on him. He helped ruin this relationship. I'm not about to sit here and say that it's his wife's fault that he did that, but still, we don't know what went on. She could have been messing around too. It could have been a situation where both of them were doing dirt. Let's see. According to multiple reports in September, Zach Randolph allegedly tweeted an offensive line about his wife, sparking many to believe there may have been trouble in their marriage. But at the time, Zach apparently said his Twitter account was hacked. That's what they all say. Whenever they say something that they know they meant, they go with the old Twitter account was hacked. It was hacked, Zach. When you said your wife, you married a garden tool, it's because I truly believe they were messing around on each other. And I think that Zach needs to make sure all them kids is his. Now, there was one picture on this last article, I believe, with his son. Looks just like him. But if you're saying that you married a gardening tool, that lets me know that you may have caught her in something, but you haven't gone public about it. Which is, I think, is the best option if you want to keep your kids from knowing what's going on in your marriage. But bro, you tweeted out that you married a garden tool. Nobody else did. You were not hacked. You believe that's what you married. It should be noted there are also several reports that the couple has already moved on from the relationship, but they have not confirmed anything publicly. At this point, Randolph has not responded to the divorce filing. I think they both have pretty much moved on. She's probably with somebody else. And she may have moved on very fast, which has caused Zach to really wonder, was she messing around with this dude while we were together? But again, that doesn't mean that Zach Randolph wasn't out here doing dirt, because obviously he was. And there are reports out there that he stepped out the marriage, was doing his own thing. But ultimately, this is a situation that fell apart. They came together, you would think, for the right reasons, but it did not end well for the both of them. And it's sad, man, because they known each other pretty much their whole lives. They were like high school sweethearts almost, you know? And for it to fall apart the way that it did, it's a testament to the fact that a lot of these relationships just won't work these days. They're not going to work. And they're not going to work because times have changed. Social media has changed things. It has changed things to the point to where even though you're in love with somebody, even though you have married them, it still has the chance to fall apart. It really does. Now, ultimately, Zach Randolph is going to have to settle this situation with his wife. He is. There were rumors of him flying chicks out to see him, about him getting and having a side chick. He was even spotted. At Disney World with this chick, man. Outside of the marriage, putting everything on the line. Maybe in his mind the relationship was over, but his wife may not have believed that. You're flying women out, the club with you. You're living a single lifestyle while you're married, man. No woman is going to stay in that situation. And what probably builds the insecurity within your wife is the fact that the side piece looks nothing like the wife. And that does bother women. If you're messing around with women, especially these ambiguous women, that is what drives these women crazy. And his wife may have went out and did her own thing. So Zach, again, ultimately, he's going to have to deal with the situation. He's going to have to bring some sort of clarity to it, because what it seems like to me is that he was looking to get out of it, but not really necessarily looking for divorce. But I will say this though. When you marry these athletes, right? For the most part, these guys are not looking to be in a monogamous relationship. They're not looking to be in a monogamous relationship. I know that that's hard to understand with a lot of women these days, but a lot of these athletes, they marry when they're in the prime of their careers, which is a mistake, because a lot of times they have not gotten that stuff out of their system. When I mean stuff, I mean dealing with other women. And when you're in the prime of your career, you're making a lot of money, you're on the road constantly, this is what's going to happen. This is why it's better, if you want to get married, it's better to get married when your career is over. Because by then, a lot of these women who are showing you attention while you're playing are no longer going to be showing you that same attention. That's what some people don't understand. These women will only deal with these guys when they're active. When they're no longer active, you see whether those women actually truly like you or not. This is why a lot of these athletes get divorced too. Why their wives leave them once they're retired, because that wife can no longer say that she's with an NBA player or NFL player. The money ain't the same. He ain't making that type of money no more. So that particular female is looking for an exit. She's looking for a way out. And that could be the case in a situation. But there was no prenup. It's a situation where, you know, she could get a lot. She's been with this guy for a long time, and she's filing for divorce in California, which has pretty much been known to be very difficult for men. So we'll see.